Hey guys, it's Kurt here from Doc Sports with another NHL picks preview video for Thursday, March 19th, 2026. As always, hit that like and subscribe button below. Also, what you're going to find below in the description is a link to a free $60 credit if you sign up to our site today. Now, that $60 credit can be used towards any of our experts' top picks of the day across NHL, NBA, college basketball, and more. As this video is coming out, March Madness is a day away. It starts on Thursday, March 19th. No better time than now to be prepared and see where the Sharps are going for NHL, NBA playoffs, and maybe use March Madness opportunity to increase your bankroll. Okay, today we got a big Thursday slate for you, and we're starting with the Winnipeg Jets versus the Boston Bruins. This game kicks off at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at TD Garden in Boston. Boston's a minus 135 favorite. Jets are a plus 120 dog. Jets are 11-5-5 on the road. Boston is 25-9-1. And I believe Boston has won 13 of their last 15 at home. Scratch that, 13 of their last 14 games at home. To chalk this up, this is pretty simple pick for me. Boston's coming off back-to-back overtime and shootout losses against the Montreal Canadiens and the New Jersey Devils. The Jets, they just lost, extra time in a shootout to the Nashville Predators. Before that, they have wins against the Blues and Colorado, and they're coming off an 8-game homestand. It's the first game of a road trip after being at home for 8 games. I think this is as tough a spot as any. Might be one of the most difficult arenas to play in for the Winnipeg Jets. Give me Boston on the money line, minus 135. Next game on the slate is the New York Rangers against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Columbus is coming in as a minus 220 favorite. The Rangers are plus 180 on the money line. The Rangers are in a really tough spot here. They play at home, and they're playing New Jersey right now as we speak. That game is 0-0 halfway through the first period. Columbus has been one of the hottest teams in hockey. You don't get any real value with them on the money line in this. However, on the puck line, you can get them at just over plus 110, plus 115 is where I see them right now. I think that's where the value lies. The Rangers aren't really playing for anything at this point in the season. They're dead last in the Eastern Conference as we speak. They have been playing a bit better hockey as of late, but again, they got to travel to play one of the hottest teams in hockey, Columbus, that being under Rick Bowness. Give me the Columbus Blue Jackets on the puck line. Montreal versus Detroit. Montreal traveling to Detroit. This is a pick 'em right now. 105, minus 105, minus 105, minus 110, minus 110. And that's exactly how it should be. Both these teams are neck and neck in the standings. Montreal's slightly ahead of Detroit. I think if this game was in Montreal would be a slight favorite. Nonetheless, it's in Detroit. Montreal is coming off of an overtime win against the Boston Bruins. Before that, they had dropped 2 straight against Anaheim and San Jose. And Detroit is coming off of a 5-2 win against the Calgary Flames. Detroit's still without Dylan Larkin in this one. He should be coming back from injury maybe in the next week or so. They've struggled as of late. They've dropped 4 of their last 6 games, only 1 being in overtime, and they're in real danger of falling out of a playoff spot. I mean, to say the same thing, Montreal's not too far ahead of them. Montreal has dropped 2 of their last 3. I will take the Montreal Canadiens. I do think they're the better team, and certainly the better team if Detroit doesn't have Dylan Larkin. Give me Montreal and a pick 'em on the money line. New York Islanders traveling to Ottawa to face off against the Ottawa Senators. 2 teams vying for a playoff spot. Ottawa actually plays tonight. They play host. They're in Washington, and then they travel home to play the Islanders. Ottawa, again, one of these Eastern teams who've just stormed up the standings as of late. Yes, this is a tough spot for them. They're coming in at minus 150. The Islanders, you can get them at plus 125. Even though this is a tough spot for them, I just think Ottawa is a much better team than the Islanders. Sure, the Islanders have had a really nice season. They are a good team, But in my opinion, if you take away their goaltending struggles from early on in the season, they're probably a top 5 to 8 team in the entire league. For sure, certainly in the Eastern Conference, I would say. Give me Ottawa minus 150 on the money line. Chicago traveling into Minnesota. Chicago plus 200 on the money line. Minnesota minus 240. These two teams just played on Tuesday night, went to overtime, and Minnesota actually won that game. Minnesota had struggled as of late, I believe, going into that game. They had lost 3 games in a row. Yeah, they had lost 3 games in a row to Philly, New York, Toronto. I kind of seen the Chicago game as a get-right spot for the Wild. You should be able to get them on the puck line at plus 100, around 2-1. And I'm going to take them at that. I don't, these two teams are Central Division rivals. I think Minnesota's due we'll call it an explosion game, 5-6 goal outburst. And I just think this is a tough spot for Chicago. Give me the Minnesota Wild on the puck line. Seattle Kraken traveling to Nashville to take on the Predators. Nashville's a minus 130 favorite. Seattle's a plus 115 dog. These two teams played about a week ago, and Nashville took that game 4-2. It was kind of a misleading storyline. I think UC Saros faced about 40 shots in that game. It was all Seattle. Good revenge spot for the Kraken here. They just got smoked by the Lightning 6-2 on Tuesday night. Nashville's coming off a big shootout win, a game where they got heavily outshot. I believe the shots were about 40-25 at the end of overtime. I really like Seattle in this spot. Sure, they're coming off a big loss, but before that, they had 2 huge wins on the weekend. I think they're a better team than Nashville. I don't think Nashville has any business sniffing a playoff spot this year. Sure, maybe half the teams who are fighting for that 8th spot right now, you could say the same thing about. Regardless, give me the Seattle Kraken plus 115 on the money line. Florida traveling to Edmonton in the Stanley Cup Finals, a rematch. Florida Panthers have been awful as of late. They lost 5-2 to Vancouver, 6-2 to Seattle in their last 2 games. On the contrary, the Edmonton Oilers are coming off back-to-back wins in which they've actually somewhat been able to keep the puck out of their net. They've surrendered 3 or less goals in their last 3 games. Yay, I think we've been waiting all season to hear something like that. Yes, they're without Leon Draisaitl. Yes, the Panthers will get up for this game. I think the Oilers get up more. You can get the Oilers on the money line at minus 140, minus 145. I'm all over that. I think this is a revenge game for the Cup final for the Oilers, and quite possibly the last breath, last gasp before the Florida Panthers shut down even more players for the season, and this this brutal road trip is nearing an end for them. Buffalo Sabres in San Jose to play the Sharks. Now, these two teams played last week, and Buffalo put a licking on them, winning that game 6-3 at home. I just don't know who's beating Buffalo. Buffalo was a dog in Vegas on Tuesday night. They went in, they beat them 2-0. They can beat you 8-5. They can beat you 2-0. They can beat you 4-2. They can win almost any type of game. They're built that way. They're built to score 6 goals a game. And they've got the size on the back end to shut you down, too. Buffalo I even think is being disrespected at minus 140 in this spot. Give me the Buffalo Sabres on the money line against the San Jose Sharks. Utah going into Vegas. Utah is coming off probably their most impressive win of the season, breaking the Dallas Stars' 14-game point streak by winning 6-3 in regulation. Vegas is coming off a couple strong games at home. I think this is the fourth. This is the fourth game of their homestand. They beat Pittsburgh 6-2. They beat Chicago 4-0 before coming across that Buffalo Sabres team we were just telling you about and losing 2-0. I really like Vegas in this spot. You can get them at minus 130 on the money line. I'm going to be all over that. That's, likely going to be one of my top plays of the night. Give me the Vegas Golden Knights on the money line over the Utah Mammoth. Second last game of the night, Tampa Bay Lightning against the Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver's coming off a win against Florida. This year, if Vancouver does manage to win a game, you get extremely good value fading them the next. This isn't a team who's going to put 2-3 game win streaks together. You get 0 value with Tampa on the money line. You can get them at minus like 290, I think, on the money line. That's brutal value. But on the puck line, you can get them around minus 110. Again, that's another very, very value play just because Vancouver is coming off a win. This isn't the team who's going to string wins together. Give me Tampa Bay on the puck line, minus 1.5, minus 110. Okay, your last game of the night. Philadelphia Flyers traveling into Los Angeles to play the Kings. Philly is plus 140 on the money line. LA is minus 165. A really tough spot for Philly. They play Anaheim in Anaheim as we speak. That game starts in a few hours the night before. I haven't given you any over-unders today. I'm going to give you an under in this game, under 5.5. That's going to be my best play. If you want to get some good value too, having the under in a Kings win. Kings against teams against the back-to-back, they keep the other team's goals down. I'd go Philly under team total. I would go under in the game. I would combo under in the game with LA Kings money line. You should be able to get around just over 2-to-1 value if you put those two together. There's one of my combos of the day. I really, really like your value with the under. I like the Kings. Regardless, I'll say it again, this game's going under the number. Under 5.5 is my best play. I believe you can get that right now. You can get that at plus money right now, or around plus 105 right now. I would get that before the line gets adjusted. This game's going under Kings parlay. You might be able to even get close to 3-to-1. That's extremely good value for me. All right, lots of good games on the slate. We're coming down to the home stretch of the season. There's been lots of upsets, lots of dogs winning lately. As I said a couple of days back, it's as tough as it's ever been to bet on hockey right now, but hopefully I give you some good insight and you can pick some winners from that. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section, and we'll chat soon. Thanks.